everybody, back at it again. Here's our first find of the day. Nice little moss agate. This one's got an orange and brown moss with that little white agate up there. Pretty cool chip. Nice little piece. Great first find of the day. Turning out to be a good day. Weather-wise, it's a little windy, but other than that, it's a pretty nice day. So there you go. You can see some more of that little white agate at the top. Pretty cool piece. Again, on the moss already. Sweet. All right, the next find is another moss agate. There you go. This one's got red and it's got a greenish brown at the top. That darker color, and then you can see back there some more red, so you can see the greens at the top. Another nice moss agate there. Little chip. I'm going to get some more water on it. There we go. Sweet. That's a sweet find. That stuff's just amazing. I love it. All right. Next is another moss agate. This one's got a little bit more tighter pattern. You can see it's got the orange, and then it goes down to like a golden brown down there, and you can see it's got the little pieces of agate through there. Some of them blue, some of them not. It's pretty cool. Again, I was on the moss this morning. First three finds. Moss. Y'all know I love moss agates if you watch my channel. They just amaze me how they form, and I have so much variety. The next one is sort of a moss. A little different pattern. It's formed the same way. It's not exactly a moss. It's more of a jasper agate with some almost like plumes in it more than moss. But again, it's still a pretty pattern. It's got the agate going through it. It's a nice chip. Again, you can see the variety we've had so far in the first four pieces. Lots of variety. Again, it's why I love going out here. I just find so much variety. Look, it's not a moss agate. This is just a regular banded agate. Sweet. There you go. Something different for you guys. I always say I just put up moss agates. But here's a really nice one. This is a nice banded agate. It's pretty cool. It's got really good banding on this side. It looks like it's quartz on the other side. Like it's almost got the quartz, and the quartz crystals all grew together, and they're pretty tightly packed. All right, so here's another piece of moss. A little chip I picked up. Cool. Let's give it some more squirt. Things are drying off quick today. It's windy and dry. Well, it's the desert, so you should expect it to be dry, right? There you go. Look at this one. That's a nice piece. Got some green on the top. Green's almost always on the outside. It's rarely in the middle unless the whole piece is green. It's pretty bizarre how it's always just on the outside. It's pretty interesting. Now this one's more of a jasper agate. So you can see it's highly silicated. You can see the silica in there, and you can see a little white at the top there. It's got to be cleaned up, but I think it's going to be pretty nice when it's cleaned up. All right, let's see what we got next. Next up is an orange one. It's almost moss, not quite moss. It's not really abrasiated either, so it's really a jasper. It's got a little agate in there, not much. But anyway, you can see the little pattern in there. It's indicative of a botryoidal pattern. So obviously the botryoidals filled in really tight, and they packed on top of each other, so it makes those little patterns. Now this is I guess you would call this like a transitional moss, because it's got a little moss. It's got some jasper as well, so you can see how it's got moss pattern on the right-hand corner, and then it doesn't on the left-hand corner is a little different pattern. So you can see that's how, like I said, how it makes transitional. So the pattern's vastly different. And if you're watching in my cutting videos, you've seen when I cut rocks open. Here's a little botryoidal here. Again, I'm looking for fire agate here, right? I found one little tiny piece out here that had some fire in it. Not spectacular, not like the stuff that comes out of Mexico, or even like Deer Creek or any place like that in Arizona. So anyway, it's a pretty cool piece. Nice big drawer. Looks like a pearl almost, that big white piece. Here's a purpley piece. It's got some purple. Again, I found some purple out here before. Not lots of it. I got probably 6 purple pieces I found out here that are agate or have agate in it, or you can call it jasper agate. All made of the same kind of material, right? Silicon dioxide. Anyway, cool piece. Purpley one. All right, up next is not quite a moss. It's got more of a dot pattern to it. And you can see on this side, you can see the little tiny red petroleums on the top. And that's kind of what made all those dots in there. It's got this dotted pattern, so it's kind of like a dark red with bright red dots. And then it's got, of course, that little agate pocket up there. So that might be cool cleaned up. We'll have to see what that looks like. All right, here's a piece of jasper. So this is it's got the red and like golden colors kind of all mixed up. Weird how it all just like blends together, you know? It's kind of bizarre. Anyway, it's a cool piece of jasper. All right, up next, this is a nodule. So there you go. It's a moss nodule. The moss is it's a different type of pack moss, and there's some really cool oranges, like got the hematite black outline on it, which is pretty cool. So again, this one's got to be cleaned up. Once it's cleaned up, it'd be interesting to see if that pattern changes at all, or if it gets more defined. Have to be careful that you don't lose it, because it may not go all the way through. But anyway, cool little nodule there. Again, it's a highly silicated nodule too, so you know it's going to polish up great. All right, this next one, this is a Heinz 57 here for sure. It's got jasper at the top. It's got agate down there. This little red piece right up here, right down there at the bottom now, it's almost, you can see it's almost like flames, a flame pattern there. And then you got this light agate on top on that side. It's just one of those weirdos like Heinz 57 rock, and you just got to go, what was going on geologically to form this, to make the patterns and the colors and the layers of agate, the layers of jasper, and they're all kind of like mixed all together, like just a weirdo. I do like those. Y'all know I like weirdos. All right, this one's cool too. Here's another one. So check this out. So it's got the lay down this like bluish grayish agate all through here, and you can see it's got it's not jasper, that's rhyolite that goes all the way through it, and then that's volcanic ash. So you can see it's got the volcanic ash on the top as well. But check out how it laid the agate, all kind of craziness through there. So I don't know if this had a lot of holes in it, or if the agate and the rhyolite were forming at the same time. I don't know. It was just a weird one. I kind of like that one. So here's another one. So this is another one, weird jasper agate. You can see it's got different colors going through there. You see it's got like that mustard and red in the middle, and it's got bright red at the bottom and orange at the top. And it's almost got moss in the middle there. It's just one of those Heinz 57s, another one of those weirdos. All right, so here's another one. This is a moss, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it's a mosser. Again, you can see how it's highly silicated. This is a nodule, so it's obviously, this isn't a chip, so this is an actual nodule. It's interesting because was this nodule inside of basalt and it broke out? Was it spit out of a volcano and made this way? Like, how did this blob just happen? So anyway, it's pretty cool. It obviously formed probably in basalt and broke out, but I'm not sure. I can't tell you that for sure. It's a little chip, a little moss chip. Just a little one, but it's got that bright red and it's got the green on the top, so I was pretty excited about that one. So, yep, that's a pretty cool one. All right, I think we got one more. Oh yeah, so this is a pretty cool agate. Check out all the banding in there. That's pretty cool. Look at that thing. That's pretty sweet. And you know, I found 2 more pieces just like that, and they all fit together to make a big rock like that. with all those bands in there. Again, I don't find a lot of these that have all these bands like that, all these crazy bands like that. It's a pretty cool agate. It's got some jasper in there. All right, that's going to do it for this one. So thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And everybody keep on rocking. And I'll see y'all next time, and have a good new year.